I'm Haley Taylor, and you're listening to the Rough Draft Diaries. Welcome to the Rough Draft Diaries Christmas special. This year, we're celebrating at a park, the Wildwood Preserve Metropark to be exact. They let us get a behind-the-scenes look at holidays in the Manor House. This is a tradition that's been going on for over 40 years. It's the largest annual event hosted by the Metroparks of the Toledo area. Hundreds of volunteers arrive at the Manor House and they turn this 30,000 square foot mansion into a winter wonderland. Now, the first place to start, I think at least, is with the history of the Manor House. Not many parks have a Georgian colonial mansion located on the grounds. So we'll learn how it got there from Shannon DeYoung. She's the manager of park programming at the Wildwood Preserve Metropark.
So the Manor House was originally built and owned by R.A. Stranahan. He was the founder and chairman of Champion Spark Plug. So during the Great Depression, this house was actually being constructed. Years later, the house became available for sale. But a bunch of folks from the area got together and they actually saved the house from development. They approached Metroparks and we purchased the land from a land levy. So Wildwood is truly a park built by the people for the people.
Now, when the Metroparks took over the estate, the Manor House was empty. So as local citizens gathered the funds and resources to furnish the Manor House, the idea to decorate the house for the holiday season came as well. Now, in the beginning, it was simply a request for authenticity. I'm sure the Stranahans decorated for the holidays too. But throughout the years, it's turned into quite the production, with volunteers competing for their chance to decorate the Manor House.
It's highly competitive. We have about 30 areas that we decorate, and we had last year 110 applications. So the folks who are really interested they come in, they present an idea, no different than a job interview. They bring sketches, and it's a lot of fun. And then we choose from those talented volunteers.
I was able to meet some of these volunteers as they were decorating their respective rooms. Now, some are sharing their creations with the Manor House for the very first time, but others are lucky enough to be returning volunteers, like Carolyn. For the second year, she's been placed in charge of decorating the Manor House's dining room.
Last year we did glitz and glamour, so we had it all glitzy and gold and silver and stuff. So this year we decided to do Christmas around the world. Our theme came together because so many different countries have different versions of how they celebrate Christmas. So we wanted to do something like that for a change. I'm doing different scenes. So one scene will be Africa. We have something from China, nutcrackers from Germany, USA, and we have something from, what's our other one? We have one more. It's fun.
It seems like most of the volunteers found their inspiration from holiday traditions or the winter weather. But I did find one room that was inspired by the family that owned the Manor House, the Stranahans.
So we're in Marcia's bedroom. Do you know what the history behind that?
I don't know. She might have slept here.
I don't know where she was in the pecking order of the kids. I don't know, but she was married twice. Her first husband, I think, died, and she married that prince.
Oh, no. Wow. I need to research my
You
history.
actually should. She's a really interesting character.
Wow. What's the theme for this room?
It's actually a theme of reading at the Manor House with a Victorian Christmas and nothing but Victorian antique dolls. I collect them. I restore them. Whatever they need, I do.
Most of the volunteers I met were decorating in groups of 2 or 3, but some rooms were decorated on the behalf of a particular organization.
All of us are members of the Toledo Polish Genealogical Society, and that's who sponsored this room. It's supposed to be a Polish-American Christmas evening.
The women of the house spend weeks preparing, and the shopping and the baking and the making, and then Christmas Eve is bigger than Christmas Day in Poland, because you have this big traditional supper, then you go to midnight mass, then you come home for breakfast, then you sleep for a while. So this is at night, when all the visitors have ceased to come and everybody is just worn out. So it's going to have a little bit of a mess to it.
We even got some mannequins that are coming on Sunday to look like people are sitting there.
It may sound odd that these volunteers are spending so much of their time and personal resources at an event that is only open 9 days. The Holidays at the Manor House opens the first full week of December, and that's it. But although it's only open for 9 days, over 27,000 people will see these decorations in place at the Manor House. That's due to the fact that this event is free. And also, it's a Toledo tradition. Remember, this event has been occurring for over 40 years.
I think mostly because of its roots, as it was thrown as a party, a thank you to the people of Toledo for this wonderful place. This was the result of a citizen's effort to save it, and it's a wonderful 41-year tradition of saying thank you to the community, and that's still why it's free today. And I think a lot of the reason why the volunteers come out and work as hard as they do.
That's Scott Carpenter. He's the Director of Public Relations for the Metroparks of Toledo. And he's right, almost every single volunteer agreed with him, saying the reason they love this event was because it's free for families, and it's created by the community of Toledo for the community of Toledo. And if that sense of unity and Thanksgiving doesn't get you into the Christmas spirit, well, you can't say I didn't try. For now, I'm Haley Taylor, and thanks for listening to this episode of the Rough Draft Diaries. Have the happiest of holidays and a wonderful new year.